This room. This is where we maintain the records of Pokemon that prevailed through the harshest of battles. It is here that League Champions are honored. Look at this redesign! Come. We will use this machine to record your name and the names of the partners who battled along with you to triumph for the Pokemon League. Yes, show me the Pokeballs. My third Hoenn Hall of Fame. And let's introduce the heroes. Reiner the Aggron. Weiss the Jellicent. Gungnir the Starmie. Platna the Azumarill. Godsend the Lucky Medicham. And the MVP, Pearl the Machamp. 0 deaths, Elite Four Gauntlet. Oras is a bit on the easier side, but this was my first freaking Nuzlocke, okay? And it was a hardcore Nuzlocke, no items, no breeding, only no megas, and no using more than the amount of Pokemon that your opponent has in a boss fight. All those restrictions, and I still lost like 3 Pokemon that did not make an impact over me. I lost a Linoon to catch a Sandshrew that I eventually used, so it evens out. I lost a Nuzleaf, who was basically bound to die in a Nuzlocke anyway, but again, no, that I lost. Maybe Shifter would have been useful, but I don't think so. And I lost Hariyama, who would have been useful for sure, but look at those 2 guys that were on the screen just now. Amazing run, man. To actually believe that I got like 0 deaths for the longest, for the biggest segment of the game. 0 deaths. Despite my somewhat questionable plays sometimes, but overall, my planning was basically impeccable throughout the run to avoid exactly my own mistakes, right? To make sure that my team was so solid that I wouldn't. Not even my own mistakes could mess up my team. And once again, this is a bit of an easier. This is an easier game than most, right? But my first Nuzlocke, 3 deaths, all in the span of what? 2 gyms that really didn't matter at the end of the day. I'm happy. I'm extra happy. Great job, everybody. I believed in you, and you gave your all. Some crits along the way too that didn't really matter, but yeah, but still, you know. And I finally got to use a Medicham and a Jellicent in a freaking Pokemon League. So yeah, I'm happy. For sure I'm happy. And the story of this game is not bad. They improved it so much. The music was fantastic as well, because it's based on the Hoenn music anyway. The character interactions, like exactly like this one, are fantastic. Like, this is so cute. This is extremely cute. Just now, the wall interactions are also amazing. The redesigns are mind-blowing. Yeah. I'm so happy that I did this Nuzlocke, because I was so burnt out on Hoenn games. But this took everything that I knew and made it fresh. Plus, it was my first Nuzlocke once again. So it gave it that extra competitive, that extra difficulty flavor. And the best thing is that I'm not even done. I'm only halfway through. I still have a bunch of encounters to get. I still have two Mirage spots to get. No, more like 4 Mirage spots to get. I still have to do the Delta episode, where the level cap is 62 because the final fight is against Zinnia. So you see, we're still under level caps that we have to maintain. There's still one more fight against this girl right here that we're not gonna lose anybody in. I want to say hopefully, but I know that we're not going to lose anybody because her Blaziken doesn't have Shadow Claw, so Stormy can just take any of her moves. And now we're going to just enjoy the credits and see the Pokemon that have helped us to get this far. But it's not over, because as I was saying, we're halfway through. We still have their Pokemon, the rematch. We started with Trico, Commander, who for the first time ever in my life doesn't make it to the Hall of Fame, to the Hoenn Hall of Fame. We started with Commander the Trico there, and we fought against May. Can we speed up this thing? What happens if I press start? Nothing, right? You have to see through the... Okay. Then we helped Wally, the super boss of this game, the final fight of the game. Oh, it's a medley. This is so nice. Then we... Oh my god, this is so emotional. Mixed feeling. The unfortunate Nuzleaf, who was useful in the first fight because he was stronger than Trico. He was my strongest Pokemon at the time. He defeated Nosepass with no problem. Then Fragor, the Dustox, super lucky evolution there, who was super helpful against Brawly. My first time ever using a bug, like a weak bug type against during any Pokemon game, really. I never used Butterfly or Butterfree or anything like that. Wingull, the first Pokemon I caught in this Nuzlocke, the very first Pokemon that I caught in this Nuzlocke. So funny, I never used a Pelipper ever, not even Dustox, and that's the fun of a Nuzlocke, right? You got to use Pokemon that you never use, and this is all so anime. Like we get to use the Bug type. The first catch is a flying type, you know. Siegfried, the heroic Makuhita that unfortunately, didn't quite make it after the third gym, but it was a massive help in the third gym. And he was destined to be a hero throughout the entire playthrough. One of the best Pokemon you can get in Hoenn, really, Hariyama. But due to my mistakes and the power of a Bagon, he didn't make it. I had a very tough luck on this run with Bagons, who are usually Pokemon that I just get and use. I use Salamence in every single one of my Hoenn adventures, and I wanted to use it in this one as well, but I killed it by accident. Not only that, it killed one of my Pokemon, so really bad luck with Bagons in this fight, in this run. But hey, Wingull, the first Pokemon that I ever caught, became a Pelipper that was Omega useful, Omega, no pun intended, against Maxie, and it was extremely helpful even against Flannery. So yeah, the first Pokemon that I ever caught in a Nuzlocke ever turned out to be one of the key players throughout the entire run. We can see how it was super useful in these three important fights against Maxie, Flannery, and this stupid rip-off of Snorlax here with Protect. Then we got my second favorite Pokemon of all time, the Latios. Fun fact, Slaking was one of the Pokemon that I brought to my first ever Hoenn Elite Four. Then we caught this Wigglytuff, who I would have never thought to actually use so much, and it was so good in the entire playthrough. I think I'm gonna bring it to the league rematch, and it killed Altaria, one of the scariest Pokemon in the original games, who got unfortunately debuffed in this game. But the fight against Winona, my favorite gym leader of this region, it was exciting to use Wigglytuff there. Never used the Wigglytuff, never thought I would use one. Then Manectric, another extremely useful electric type that we destroyed the magma hideout with. I never thought I would use one because I always thought it was so overrated, but it's actually the best Pokemon you can have in a playthrough of Hoenn. And then Milotic, my favorite water type Pokemon of all time. For 13 years I wanted to use one, and look at that, with my favorite Hoenn starter against the fight that I never got passed through during my childhood. Everything rhymes, everything is so poetic. Now, okay, the Groudon fight, which we just destroy him with one Pokemon. Gyarados was enough to destroy this thing. Didn't even have to Mega Evolve it, but I think I did eventually. Anyway, so Gyarados just destroyed that Groudon by himself because of the rule set. Yeah, there you go, that fight. Oh my god, look at this. Gyarados, go kill it, go slay it, go bite it. That was one of the sickest moments of the whole playthrough. And then the trainer who inspired me to have Milotic as my favorite water type against it's my traditional Milotic Slayer. 3 Milotics just destroyed by Sceptile. and then against Wally, the best rival we could have possibly asked for, against one of the best Mega Evolutions, against the favorite Pokemon of the guy who gave me this game in the first place, and then finally against one of my favorite Pokemon trainers ever, with one of my favorite Pokemon ever, using one of the Pokemon that, like Manectric, I thought I was never gonna use, but eventually turned out to be the greatest asset in the champion fight, Mega Aggron. And with that, we've finished the first part of this poetic, epic, super fun Omega Ruby hardcore Nuzlocke. Oof. Man, those credit scenes were those credits were amazing. They perfectly captured everything about this playthrough. Obviously, they didn't show every single Pokemon that I've used, but they did a great job at building a story with really the most important Pokemon that I've used. Some other ones didn't get shown, but whatever. Like, I think Machamp was never shown, and it's been with us the longest out of all the Elite Four Pokemon. But look at this. A little... No? We're going straight into this, okay.